All right. Episode 50, Convos with KEEGS. It's a little milestone, 50 episodes. Fun fact, podcasts actually, the average podcast only lasts about 7 episodes until people just stop doing them. Like, people will start it. Once 99% of the podcasts don't make it past 7, so I guess it's a nice little feat for the kid. Thank you guys for supporting all of these. Those of you that are watching, I know it's only a handful of you. But yeah, man, episode 50, that's pretty fucking cool. This is day 4 of the 30-day challenge. 1 podcast every day for 30 days. I'm doing that in an effort to get some consistency, some practice, some discipline, get my mind in a better place than it has been. If you watched the first 3 days, or this is your first one, I'm doing this because I was in a mental rut for a while, for about 2 weeks. I'm still, I'm not out of it. Just working my way out of it. Yeah. Things have been tough, but not too bad. So I'm just going to keep pushing these out. Keep working on the company and keep making moves, trying to remain calm, cool, collected. Just work my way through the shit going on in my head. But yeah, thank you guys for supporting. I fucking love you guys. If you're watching this, then obviously you show some interest in myself or the company. So that means the fucking world to me. A few announcements. So our upcoming tattoo artist collabs. These are the dates and the artists that we will be rolling out. And I wouldn't say everything is set in stone. There's still some scheduling to work out, but for the most part, this is how it's going to roll. December 18th, the Female Gothic out of Austin, Texas. January 2nd, Ash Cat out of Long Beach, California. January 16th, Sarah Alana, Sacramento, California. January 30th, Hannah Matthews, South Jordan, Utah. February 7th, hesitantly, this date is not set in stone yet, Mad Rabbit University. That is a whole project in and of itself that'll be kind of separate from the tattoo artist collaborations. And then February 13th, Vibe, Utah, Allie out of Orem, Utah, I believe. But yeah, I'm super stoked for those. All those artists are extremely talented. Their work is just incredible. And I think my favorite part of doing these tattoo artist collabs is everyone's style I've done so far is so different and so unique to them. And it's just super cool to see like the different designs they come up with for Lonely Cowboy clothing and to hear their stories regarding mental health, like the blogs that we do and the conversations we have on the podcast, this and that. It's a lot of fun, and I love connecting to new people, especially tattoo artists that share similar interests as me. Because, I could fucking talk about tattoos for 24/7. And more importantly, the mental health aspect of it all. Am I recording? Word. Yeah, they're like every story is so different and so unique, and that's my favorite part of it. Tying it back to last episode, or day 2 and day 3, about the nonprofit that I want to start. Man, if you're out there and you know how to, someone who's in the nonprofit world, I have a few connects in that world that I've been talking to and kind of navigating the waters, but that is like, I can't get that fucking out of my brain, man. I want to do that so bad. That's where my heart's at. That's what I love. And yeah, I just want I just want to rip out these fucking scholarships and get people invested in that aspect of it all. Because the clothing's great, and I love Lonely Cowboy Company. I love everything. It has provided me in my life and the connections it's made me. The nonprofit is just going to be a, what's the word? They're going to kind of coincide with each other. But yeah, that's the goal. Don't know when it'll happen, but sooner the better. So I can start working on that side of everything. That's where I think I thrive the most. That's where I think my skills are the most useful, and where my relationships that have grown come into play the most. Because that's just what I fucking love. I love doing that shit. And I love being creative in that way and having fun while also helping the community and having that be the main focus. Man, that gets me excited, like thinking about that kind of stuff and how many scholarships we can offer and how many people we can get involved and just the moves we can make with a nonprofit. It excites me. It keeps me motivated, especially during times when I don't feel creative and I'm in a rut like I kind of am now. It's just, it makes everything, puts everything into perspective when I'm working on something that isn't just for myself and I can see the effects, the positive effects it has on other people. That drives me. But yeah, so that'll get going eventually. Like I said, if anyone out there knows anyone who can maybe just give me a piece of advice or steer me in a direction, that'd be great. But like I said, we'll see how everything plays out. It's not a huge rush, but also I'm urgent to do it because I know it's like I have all these things in my head that I just want to get out as far as that aspect of everything. But some news for Lonely Cowboy. This will most likely be the last podcast against this wall. It's an iconic wall. I don't want to get rid of it, but also it's time to make moves and reestablish in my facet of business, I guess. My friend Holly is coming in to open up her consignment shop in this part of my studio, so I will be relocating the podcast set and redesigning and making it more, hopefully, official, I guess, or like just more of a consistent looking podcast show, if that makes sense. And I'm excited to do that. I honestly think doing this 30-day challenge is really, I mean, I'm only day 4 in, but I realize like I love doing these podcasts, and for these specifically, this 30-day challenge, I don't have a script. I don't have a agenda for what I need to talk about. There's no planning that goes into this. I wanted this to be like a journal and just kind of speak my mind, get things out, and go from there. When I have guests, though, I love doing guest-based podcasts. Those take a little bit more, research, planning, scheduling, et cetera, et cetera. So hopefully I'll be able to do more of those, schedule more people, just make it more systematic, trying to get it like clockwork, get a bunch of shit scheduled for the next few months. And these tattoo artist collabs bring me into mid-February. I have another girl, I think, who will probably be end of February, and one other. There's a handful of artists that I haven't scheduled yet. So we'll see what what it looks like in January and into February, how the company's going and what direction we'll be taking it. Instead of doing one a week, I'm spacing it out now to once every 2 weeks, just to give myself a little breathing room, because I am one person. Keeping up with the demand of every single week is very difficult. There's a lot that goes into them, a lot of coordinating schedules with the artists, and it's just a lot for one person to do every week. It's not impossible, and I think eventually I'll be able to do it, but for now I just want to focus and make them great every other week. Give myself a little time to regroup and fine-tune the system, make it better if I can, and just keep growing every collab we do. So eventually, when we're on number 50, it's a pretty set system, and we know exactly what to do. But tying into the nonprofit part of it, so 10% of Lonely Cowboys profits goes into our scholarship fund. When we do these tattoo artist collabs, they pick a school in which they'd like to see our scholarship offered, right? But the issue is, like, I want to be able to offer a scholarship every time we have a collab. I don't want to have like a list of schools and just waiting for the fund to get to 500 every time. So like once it hits 500, we offer this first scholarship, and then it hits another 500, we offer the second, and so on and so forth. I want to be able to just ask an artist, say, hey, you want to do this collab with us? Blah, 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 blah. You get to sponsor a scholarship. We offer it at a school of your choice in America for a high school senior interested in mental health education. I want to be able to just flat out say, we will offer a scholarship with $500. And that's kind of where the nonprofit comes into play, because you can apply for grants and you can get more people involved, more companies can invest because it's a write-off for them. There's just more funding that can be brought into that, so that I can eventually have a lump sum in our scholarship fund, to where it's not like, okay, once we reach this amount, we can offer it. And, that system is great and everything. I just think it can be better. I think I know I can get it to a place where we can offer one a week. It's $26,000 to offer one $500 scholarship every week for a year. 52 weeks times 500 equals 26,000. And to fund 26K is not as hard as you might imagine, especially if you had a nonprofit, like especially in the business I'm in and the process I'm taking to, build this system within the tattoo world and getting these tattoo artists involved. Like, it's a really, really, it's just a really good, cool way and creative way to promote mental health education, and having the tattoo community and the artists be the forefront of that change and pushing that conversation forward. Like, there's no company doing that like we are. And that's not, I don't want that to sound cocky in any way, but it's just true. I think this is a super creative way to make change in the community and do it for the right reasons without any bullshit, no politics involved. None of the shit that a lot of other companies or nonprofits or whatever, none of the hoops that they jump through, and like, I don't know, I could go on about the politics of fucking the education system I could go on about that forever, but yeah, I'll move on. I realized that playing guitar brings me so much happiness. I love it so much, and I'm still, like, if there were levels to, like, being a really good guitarist, I'm at the very, very bottom level. But I'm definitely getting better, and I'm learning more, and practicing is just so fun. It puts me into another world. It lets me relax. It's the one time where I'm, like, just so focused on that and trying to get better, playing with different styles of playing, I guess. And my fingers are now pretty calloused to where it doesn't, like, hurt my fingers as much when I press down on the strings, because that was a big part of the, like, beginning stages of it. I had this one fucking blister on this finger, and my buddy who's been helping me learn, shout out Adam, he was like, don't pop it, because then you'd have raw skin, right? And that would hurt on the strings. But now they're all calloused up, so that's a dope. Another thing, I shaved this arm, my full sleeve arm. I've been debating doing that for a while because I wanted to see my tattoos more, and I was like, I remember when I got them, and we had to shave my arm, obviously, and there's no hair, and they fucking pop, right? And then all my hair grew back, right? And they still look good, obviously. They're pretty dark tattoos, thick lines, so, like, you can still see them. But I was debating whether or not to shave my arms, because Peyton is working on this sleeve, and it's going to have to all be shaved eventually. And I still have to do this one, actually. But so I shaved this arm, and my tattoos, I wonder if you can tell, but they are just popping way more. I feel like a naked mole rat, but yeah, it looks way better. So if you have a sleeve of tattoos and you're a dude, shave your arm. You're paying a ton of money to get tattooed. You want them to look nice. So I know it might be a little goofy looking, but I think it's worth it. And your hair grows back. You could try it. Might hate it. What else? What do we got? 17? Nice, dude. So yeah, this is day 4 of 30. I have to piss my pants, but I got to rip out 3 more minutes. Yeah, I'm excited to kind of almost do a clean slate, fresh start. I gotta just get on a better routine. Keep working on that. Keep working on just being better in every aspect. I fucking hate being stressed, as does everyone. I get it. Stress is no fun, and life is not easy. Life will fucking tear you down, and you just got to get up and keep moving. Shout out Tommy for that phone call we had the other day, and he told me, like, brother, you just got to keep digging. Dig deep. How bad do you want it? And that's so fucking true. I needed to hear that. I've always prided myself on handling pressure well, having my back against the wall and being able to perform. But shit happens, and life is tough sometimes, especially when your mind isn't right. It's like, I think I got sick, right? I was out of commission. There was nothing I could do. I was in bed, like, could not fucking move. Exhausted, just sleeping for 14 to 16 hours a day. It was gnarly, right? And I had so much work to do, like, unbelievable amount. Literally the worst possible timing to get sick. And it just put me in a bad spot because I was already stressed, and I'm sure this stress contributed to the sickness in some way. But yeah, it fucked me up, man. I hate being sick. Could have been way worse. I'm glad I feel better now. I'm pretty sure a lot of people got the same sickness. It was like a gnarly sinus infection. But yeah, you know, I told one of my friends this, like, I'm such a fucking baby when I'm sick. I feel like the world's ending. But yeah, what are we at? 20 minutes. All right. I'm going to wrap it up because I got some other shit to do, but this is day 4 of 30. I'm going to go to yoga at 4:30, rip out of class. Peyton is giving me a tattoo tomorrow. She is extending my elbow because she did a tiny little blackout on my elbow, but we're going to make it bigger. And I have to make a video for it using a product, a numbing cream by Mad Rabbit. I've never used it, and I need to make a video about it. So I was like, what better place than the elbow? I mean, I've used numbing cream a few times, but never like right off the rip. Partially because I enjoy not the pain, but I enjoy the adrenaline and the feeling and like overcoming that mental block of it, the pain of getting tattooed. So I don't love numbing cream, but man, shout out Natisse. Whenever we would get to like the 3.5 hour mark, sprayed me up with that, I think it's called lidocaine or something, wrapped me up for 20 minutes, got back into it. Life-saving. But right off the rip, like, I've never used it immediately before getting a tattoo, so I'm interested to see how that feels, especially on the elbow, because that's one of the most painful spots to get tatted, and especially because it's a blackout. So, I mean, I feel like a bitch, but it's for work. You know, it's a scientific research almost. But yeah. Thank you guys for supporting episode 50. I fucking love you. Day 4 of 30. Make sure to, I always forget to do this YouTube shit. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you want to keep seeing these, and, you know, comment something that you would like me to talk about, whether that's tattoo related, mental health related, life related, whatever it may be. Just comment something. I'll toss it in the video. I'm going to be doing 30 straight of these. So, yeah, let's make it as fun as possible. And I want you guys to enjoy these as well. So if you have any advice or whatever it may be, drop a comment. Follow us on Instagram, Convos with KEEGS. Also follow Lonely Cowboy Co. on Instagram, at Lonely Cowboy Co. And if you want to follow me, at Cowboy KEEGS. Cowboy KEEGS, KEEGS. Yeah, I will catch you next time. Once again, thank you so much. You guys mean the world. I do everything for the Lonely Cowboy community, the mental health community, the tattoo community. Those are my people. That's who all this is for. So yeah, I will catch you next time tomorrow for day 5. Peace.